This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Well, Donald Trump gave his very first address to a joint session of Congress last night. No surprise to any of us who were paying attention, it was filled with lies. Here are just a few of only 10 of his many, many lies. Number one, Trump said, quote, Obamacare premiums nationwide have increased by double and triple digits, unquote. Well, most people get their health care through their employer, and those premiums haven't spiked by nearly this amount. And for many people on the healthcare exchanges, federal subsidies are offsetting premium increases. Premium price increases were actually faster under President George W. Bush than under President Obama. So this claim is simply
absolutely
wrong.
Prove.
Number two, Trump said, quote, we have cleared the way for construction of the Keystone and Dakota access pipelines, thereby creating tens of thousands of jobs, unquote. Tens of thousands of jobs, Donald? Come on. Both the U.S. State Department and the actual pipeline company's internal reports say there will be a 3,900 to 8,000 increase of temporary construction jobs, and these will be created while the pipeline is being built for a year, maybe two. And then only 75 permanent jobs. Not 7,500, 75 permanent jobs. This claim also
wrong.
Number three, Trump said, quote, according to the National Academy of Sciences, our current immigration system costs America's taxpayers many billions of dollars a year, unquote. Well, that's not at all what the report says. It says immigrants, quote, contribute to government finances by paying taxes and ad expenditures by consuming public services, unquote. The report explains that while the first-generation immigrants may be slightly more expensive than their native-born counterparts, immigrants' children are, quote, among the strongest economic and fiscal contributors in the population, unquote. So, of course, this claim is also
wrong.
Number four, Donald Trump said, quote, we've defended the borders of other nations while leaving our own borders wide open for anyone to cross and for drugs to pour in at a now unprecedented rate, unquote. These data are mixed about drugs coming in, but illegal immigration flows across the southern border in 2015 were at the lowest levels since 1972. In fact, according to Pew Research, more Mexicans are leaving our country than coming here. This claim was also, for sure,
absolutely
wrong.
Number five, Donald Trump said, quote, since my election, Ford, Fiat Chrysler, General Motors, Sprint, SoftBank, Lockheed Martin, Intel, Walmart, and many others have announced that they will invest billions of dollars in the United States and will create tens of thousands of new American jobs, unquote. Well, this is total BS. Donald Trump is taking credit for business decisions that were made well before his election. This claim is absolutely
wrong.
Number six, Donald Trump went on to say, quote, as we speak, we are removing gang members, drug dealers, and criminals that threaten our communities and prey on our citizens. Bad ones are going out as I speak, and as I have promised throughout the campaign, unquote. Well, about a quarter of the deportation arrests that we all heard about early last month were of undocumented immigrants who had lesser charges and non-criminal convictions. Even people with traffic violations were subject to arrest. Facts matter, Donald. That is why this claim is absolutely
wrong.
Number seven, Donald Trump said, quote, by finally enforcing our immigration laws, we will raise wages, help the unemployed, save billions and billions of dollars, and make our communities safer for everyone, unquote. Research time and time again has proven that non-citizens are less criminal than U.S.-born citizens. And there's no evidence that reducing immigration saves Americans any money at all. In fact, if all 11 million or so undocumented immigrants were removed, our cumulative GDP over 10 years would take a hit to the tune of $4.7 trillion. Facts matter, and he is just
absolutely
wrong.
Number 8, Trump said, quote, 94 million Americans are out of the labor force, unquote. Seriously? Most of the people who are out of the labor force are retired, students, in jail, stay-at-home parents, or disabled. Those folks aren't even looking for work. Only about a quarter of the people officially listed as being out of the labor force would even be able to join the job market. So sorry, Donald, you're just
Wrong.
Number 9. He also said, quote, right now, American companies are taxed at one of the highest rates anywhere in the world, unquote. What a simpleton. The official tax rate does not reflect all of the deductions and tax credits. And when they're figured in, American corporations pay about the same effective tax rates as companies in other nations. That's when they actually pay. According to a recent USA Today report from 2015, that year there were 27 companies that turned a profit and paid zero taxes. Some of these included United and American Airlines, General Motors, and Hewlett-Packard. So this claim is definitely
Absolutely
Wrong.
And rounding out, number 10, Trump said, quote, America has spent approximately $6 trillion in the Middle East, all this while our infrastructure at home is crumbling. With this $6 trillion, we could have rebuilt our country twice, unquote. Wow. This number is insane. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, which isn't even in the Middle East, which is what he's talking about, together cost about $1.6 trillion over 13 years from 2001 to 2014. Also, Donald Trump himself just proposed cutting funding to everything except the military to give the armed forces another $54 billion. What a delusional hypocrite. That $6 trillion figure is absolutely
Wrong.
Look, there were certainly more than 10 stupid lies last night. The current estimate is a total of just about 51 in about an hour. I just thought we'd skim the top for the easy ones. Stay strong, America. We are in for a tough few years with a buffoon like Donald Trump at the wheel.